Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're going deep on the Canon EOS Rebel T7,
So
a
nice.
DSLR camera that's gotten a ton of buzz online.
Yeah.
And we're going all in using the Amazon listing, all the specs, features, reviews, that kind of thing. You can find the link to that in the description, by the way.
Awesome.
And right off the bat, got to say I was blown away by how many positive reviews this camera has.
Yeah.
It's sitting at a 4.7 out of 5-star rating from over 7,300 reviews for an entry-level camera.
That's impressive, for sure.
Definitely caught my attention, so I'm really excited to dig into this with you.
Yeah, me too.
Especially since, get this, it can also connect to Wi-Fi.
Oh, nice.
And even work as a webcam.
Oh, wow.
Talk about versatile.
For real.
Okay, let's get into the nitty-gritty. The Amazon listing highlights some pretty impressive specs right away. Like first up, a 24.1 megapixel CMOS sensor. Now, I know megapixels are kind of like a buzzword you hear a lot.
Right.
But for someone new to DSLRs, what does that actually mean for their photos?
Well, think of it this way. The more megapixels you have, the more detail your camera can capture.
Makes sense.
So with 24.1 megapixels, you're talking about crisp, high-resolution images.
Oh, nice.
The kind you can print even in larger sizes without losing quality.
I see.
Plus, it gives you way more flexibility when you want to crop your photos later, without sacrificing that image quality.
Gotcha. So more megapixels equals more detail and freedom to play around in editing.
Exactly.
That makes a lot of sense. What other specs stand out for beginners?
Well, like you mentioned, the built-in Wi-Fi and NFC technology, those are huge pluses, especially for beginners.
Yeah.
Imagine taking these amazing photos and being able to instantly share them right to your phone, social media.
No more cable.
No more cable or card readers.
Yeah, it's so convenient.
That's got to be a game changer. Okay, so Wi-Fi is a win for convenience. What about the picture-taking process itself? Anything that makes it super user-friendly? Absolutely. The T7 has this 9-point AF system, which helps the camera quickly and accurately lock focus on your subject.
Okay.
This is great for beginners because it takes out a lot of the guesswork of getting those sharp photos.
So even if you're, like, totally new to photography?
Yeah. Even if you don't know much about focusing techniques,
This camera's like,
this camera will do the heavy lifting for you.
awesome.
And it also features AI Servo AF, which is great for capturing moving subjects.
Yeah.
So if you're trying to photograph, say, your kids playing soccer
Right.
or your dog running around,
Classic dog photo.
right, AI Servo AF will continuously adjust the focus so your subject stays sharp even when they're moving around.
Oh, that's so cool. Especially since, life doesn't usually just pause
Right.
for that perfect photo op.
Exactly.
Okay. I also noticed the listing mentions an optical viewfinder. And I gotta admit,
Yeah.
I always feel a little fancier using the viewfinder instead of just the screen on the back.
Oh, I know what you mean. And you're not alone in that. Yeah. There are a few reasons why optical viewfinders are still so popular, especially among DSLR users. They give you a clearer, more direct view of your subject, and that can be especially helpful when you're shooting in bright sunlight.
Oh, yeah.
Where the glare on the LCD screen can make it hard to see what you're shooting.
Right. It's almost like a more focused.
It's like a more focused connection with your subject.
Exactly.
Without all the distractions.
Perfect. Okay, so we've talked about the high megapixel count for detail.
Yeah.
Wi-Fi for sharing, the autofocus system for sharp pictures, and the optical viewfinder for that direct shooting experience. What else does this little camera pack?
Well, it also offers full HD video recording, which means you can capture those special moments in motion as well as in still images.
Oh, nice.
And if you want to see all the specs and features for yourself, remember to check out the link to the Canon EOS Rebel T7 product page on Amazon. It's down in the description below.
Great reminder. So we've covered a lot of ground already, but honestly, what keeps coming back to me are those incredibly positive Amazon reviews. I'm dying to know what people are actually saying about their experience with the T7.
Me too.
So let's dive into that after a quick word from our sponsor. Stay tuned.
All right, so let's jump into those Amazon reviews.
Yes, I'm so curious. What are people saying?
Well, the first thing that jumps out is just how many people are raving about how easy this camera is to use. Like even people who have never used a DSLR before.
Right, because for a beginner camera, that's so important.
Absolutely.
You don't want to be intimidated by all the buttons and settings and menus.
Exactly. And people are consistently impressed by how intuitive the T7 is.
That's great to hear.
And then the other big thing is image quality.
Ooh, okay.
People are blown away by how sharp and detailed their photos are, especially for an entry-level DSLR.
It's like getting those professional-looking results without needing to be a pro.